Well, hello guys. What's going on today? This is Ken, and I want to welcome you first of all to kensplan.org. As I promised, today we're going to go over our fat burning soup recipe number one. So, there's several I go with. So, number one, I'm going to go over it with you today, and hopefully you can put it to use. Now, on some of these recipes, feel free to change up some things as long as it's low fat. You don't have to be the exact same thing that I do. So feel free to change some things up at your taste. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get started today. First of all, I'm not sure if you can see the screen or not. I'm doing my best with it. I'm having some video technicalities, so we'll explain it as we go in case you can't see it in clarity. First of all, we have chicken broth, 99% fat-free chicken broth. I went with 3 of these. Usually I'll go with 3. So that's what I did last night. I went with 3 of them. I only showed 2 in the picture. So anyway, and then secondly, we have the pieces and stems of mushrooms. You want that. For my pick, I picked the Great Northern beans because they're white and they have a great fibrous content to them. And also the pinto beans. That's another one of my favorites, the pintos. And of course, on the bean part, you can pick any kind you want, as long as they're not cooked in bacon fat or something like that, you don't want to gain 10 pounds trying to lose 20, right? So anyway, and then as you can see at the bottom of the screen, maybe, there's cabbage. I chopped up a cabbage, a fresh cabbage, chopped it up in bits and pieces. So that's what's on the cutting board here at the bottom of the screen. And now we'll go to the next picture I want to show you. Okay. I don't know if you can tell what this is, this long green thing. It's not a cucumber, wrong. It's a jalapeno pepper. I used 3 of these babies in mine. And I know some of you guys might be saying with like a sensitive stomach, oh, I can't stand that. Jalapenos make me sick. Well, you know what? Believe it or not, I cut this up and I kind of scraped out some of the seeds and then chopped it up, grated it finely and put it in with the soup mix. You can't even taste the spiciness because I have a sensitive stomach too. So anyway, you definitely want 3 of these if you can get them, if you can eat them. If not, you can substitute it for a different kind, cayenne pepper or some other kind, whatever your preference is. It helps to get your metabolism going and started, and that burns fat actually. So we'll go to the next picture. Of course, this is an onion. This is my countertop here. This is an onion. I used a half of an onion. I cut it up, grated it into little squares, and put that in. Onions have some good immune system properties to them, and they also help burn fat as well, personally speaking. Okay, so you definitely want to try to get you several onions and keep in your kitchen. Thirdly, I know some of you guys are like, you're way too healthy, Ken. I cannot deal with it. I need some oil in my diet. And, I'm thinking about a friend of mine, no names. I want to name his name, but I won't. I'm sure you're watching this video. So get you a little bit of this. You probably can't see it. The picture's blurry, but it's Nutivia. Any brand's fine. It's coconut oil. And it's 100% virgin coconut oil. You can add this to any of your recipes that require some type of oil, and it gives an immaculate flavor. And it's also good for the heart. It's a heart healthy type of oil, unlike bacon grease or Crisco, things like this, right? So yeah, this is what I use secondly. And of course you can see the cabbage in the background all chopped up nice and fine and pretty. Anyway, we'll go to the next picture. Okay, now what you see here on the screen, if you can see it, if not, I'll explain it to you. So you have to work with me here. We have one bunch, I guess you would call it, of garlic. And what I did, I took a big knife and I kind of pounded it, and then broke apart the skin on the garlic, and then I didn't even chop it up. I just threw it into the soup mix. Secondly, in the middle, this long green thing is not another jalapeno, so you can rest assured it's not going to burn you this time. So what this is a Italian cucumber, or any not cucumber, I'm sorry, zucchini rather. What I did, I chopped out the ends, threw them away, washed it really good, and then chopped it up into slices and then quartered it, and threw that in the soup mix as well. And also, it's very enriched with a lot of vitamins, nutrients, and it also has a lot of water in it. Which the more water you eat in like a soup or a salad, it's gonna come out, and the fat's gonna come out with it too. Some of it will, if you follow this. Thirdly, up here, this long, slender, green-looking thing. Excuse me. It is a celery stalks. I hate celery, but you know what? I used it in this recipe because it's full of what? What is it full of? Grease? No, it's full of water. So, and that's a good thing. That's what we want in our diet, is water in our vegetables and in our soups and things like this. We don't want oil, not as much as we want water. So I cut it up, cleaned it, and basically threw it in the soup mix as well. So pretty much about that. Let's see. We covered that. We covered that. Let me show you a slide of of course, this is the cabbage I told you. I washed it really good. I really don't like cabbage. Now, some of you think, oh yeah, cabbage is bad, or I don't like it. Whatever. I could name some terms, but I won't. So basically, I chopped it up on the cutting board and I threw it in with the soup mix. And it's full of water. It's full of nutrients. And it does help bring the fat out of your system. It has for me. So anyway, that's that one. What else haven't we showed you guys today? Okay, now this is just a picture of the pot right here, the blue pot. If you can't really see it, I'm explaining it to you. I use ground turkey meat. I didn't use the 10 fat gram turkey meat per serving. I used the 97 point whatever, 98 fat-free turkey meat. It's hard to find, but I found it last night, and so I used it. I kind of cooked it, browned it, made sure it was done, and then I started throwing all these vegetables that I was explaining to you in with this mixture with just a little bit of chicken broth. So basically, this is simmering here. This is the base. This is the turkey meat, jalapenos. Ignore that. That's my cell phone. It can wait. There's onions in here and so forth that I explained to you earlier in the video. So sometimes I use the fake ground meat. You can buy it in the grocery store. It's organic. It's made out of soy protein. That's good too. But I wanted to change it last night and use some real meat for real men, So I used turkey, ground turkey, 98% fat-free. Hello. So anyway, we did that. I don't want to leave out anything. We went over the onion, the oil, and so forth. Now, on some of these things, you can add in your own mixtures. As far as spices goes, it doesn't matter. Beans of your choice. Just remember that any kind of beans that's not in some type of fat base liquid is good. And I don't have a picture of it, but I bought a lime and I chopped it in half. And basically, I extracted the juice from that lime into this soup mix. Actually, right here, about the time this was cooking in the pot, this turkey and everything, I just kind of mix it in with it. Just the juice, not the seeds, not the rind, just the juice. And it also helps burn fat and increase your metabolism as well. As far as a chicken broth, you can buy any kind you want, but I would suggest that you get the fat-free chicken broth. The salt is okay, as long as you're watching your fat content and you're drinking plenty of water, unless you're on a restricted diet from your physician. So anyway, I use the fat-free chicken broth. That usually works good for me. I bought 3 of them and I mix it in. That was my soup base for this particular recipe. Um, anyway, this is the basic #1 fat burning soup recipe that I cooked last night. I've ate it twice, and you know what? I've lost 1 pound today. That is not 1 pound of muscle, people. That's 1 pound of fat today. So we'll have more of these to come. But I wanted to get this on the web because I know there's several of you guys waiting for this video to come out. So this is for you, and you know who I'm talking to. All right, till next time, have a great day and be health conscious. Remember that, be health conscious. Bye.